Good morning. I'm Commissioner Dwight Keene. I'm joined this morning by Commissioner Susan Duffy. At this time, I will call to order this meeting of the Kansas Corporation Commission on this 16th day of November 2021. The first matters up for our consideration this morning are 21 items on the consent agenda. Commissioner Duffy, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns about any of these items?
Good morning, Commissioner Keene. No, I have no questions or comments, and I move approval of the consent agenda.
Very good. I would second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The consent agenda is approved. We have several noticed items before us this morning. The first of which is docket number 19-KCPE-053-CPL. It's in the matter of compliance filings by Kansas City Power and Light Company, Westar Energy, Inc., Kansas Gas and Electric Company, Evergy, Inc., pursuant to the Commission's order in docket number 18-KCPE-095-MER. Before us this morning is an order on staff's report and recommendation on Evergy's ERSP bill credits, and our presenter is our General Counsel, Brian Fedotin. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Commissioners. As a condition to the merger, Evergy agreed to file an earnings report and sharing plan, ERSP, for the years 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 to explain that if their return on equity exceeds 9.3% in any of those years, the excess earnings will be split 50-50 between customers and shareholders. The current Evergy ERSP filing shows that Evergy Kansas Metro customers are entitled to a bill credit of $443,420, which would come out to approximately $1.73 per customer. Kerr believes combining the $1.73 the $1.73 bill credit with the annual bill credits to be issued on March 22nd eliminates some unnecessary administrative costs.
There, I think we've got Commissioner Keene back.
Yeah, all of you froze, and I suspect in retrospect, I did too, somehow. We're here. Can you hear me, Brian? Oh, you both appear to be. Commissioner Duffy, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Commissioner Keene, but everyone else is frozen.
David,
Losing
I can hear,
Brian.
I can hear you, David. Commissioner Duffy, you are back. So as to not risk this any further, are there any comments or questions about this docket?
Commissioner Keene, I have no comments or questions concerning this docket, and I move adoption of docket number 19 KCPE 053 CPL.
Second. Been moved and seconded that we approve this docket. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The order is approved. The next matter on our noticed docket this morning is docket number 22-GIMX-170-MIS. In the matter of the Kansas Open Records Act request dated September 13, 2021 by D.D. Jenkins, Power Advocate. We have before us an order on a KORA request, and our presenter is Assistant General Counsel David Cohen. David, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. On September 13th, 2021, the KCC received a KORA request from D.D. Jennings of Power Advocate requesting records for Evergy, specifically a predetermination filed by Evergy for solar projects that will come online in 2023, and also the most recent rate case filings. On September 14th, Lynn Retz, KCC Executive Director, provided Jennings with instructions on how to access KCC's eStar system and how to find the dockets with the most recent rate case filings. KCC did not provide information requests related to Evergy's predetermination because it had not yet received any. KCC also did not provide confidential versions of documents within the requested dockets. Under KR 821221A, when the commission receives a request for confidential information, the party wishing to keep the information confidential, in this case Evergy, is given the opportunity to respond to the request and argue whether the information should remain confidential, after which the party requesting the information may respond within 5 days. After that, the commission weighs the 5 factors found in KSA 661220A and makes determination as to whether to release the information or not. Here, Evergy claimed the information to remain confidential because it contained market-specific information related to services in competition with others. Jennings did not respond to Evergy's assertion within the allotted time or at all. KCC is therefore unable to determine that the information should be released. This order denies their core request insofar as it pertains to information deemed confidential. I'm open to any questions.
All right, thank you very much, David. Commissioner Duffy, any questions or comments about this docket?
I have no questions or comments, and I move approval of the docket,
Very well.
or of the order, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I would second that. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the order in this docket. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I would call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The order is approved. Next matter up on our noticed agenda is docket number 22-CONS-3202-CPEN. It's in the matter of the failure of Pollock Energy LLC as operator to comply with KAR 82-3-120 and KAR 82-3-133 by operating under a revoked license. Before us is a shut-in order involving this operator. At this time, I'm going to pull this order so that the commission may have some additional time to further consider the terms of the order and the proposed penalty. So we will pass over this and move on to the next docket, which is docket number 22-CONS-3203-CPEN. This is in the matter of the failure of Plateau Operating Corporation as operator to comply with KAR 82-3-120 and KAR 82-3-133 by operating under a suspended license. Before us this morning is a shut-in order for this operator, and our presenter is litigation counsel Tristan Kimball. Good morning, Tristan.
Good morning. Thank you. Before you is a penalty order for Plateau Operating Corporation, whose license was suspended for non-compliance with the Commission's order in docket 22-CONS-3083-CPEN. Yesterday, operator did bring itself into compliance with the Commission's order in that docket. However, while its license was suspended, operator performed oil and gas activities. Therefore, this order assesses a $10,000 penalty. With that, I would recommend approval of the order, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Tristan. Commissioner Duffy, any questions or comments?
I have no questions or comments, and I move approval of the order.
I would second that, and I do have a couple of observations I would make. This particular docket arises from district number 1. The field tech in this case is Ken Jellick. This is out of Hamilton County. The operator is from Dallas, Texas. And what's amazing to me about this is that the original violation was the failure to file a well completion report. A fairly straightforward regulatory obligation, fairly simple to comply with, frankly. From that, it went to a suspended license. And then from that, we come to the point of having the operator conducting operations under a suspended license, seemingly indifferent, I guess, to the fact that the commission had issued an order suspending the license. I think in this particular case, the $10,000 penalty and the shut-in order and all that goes with that is an appropriate penalty. I'm just struck that such a relatively innocuous compliance matter, the operator would allow that to become something that basically jeopardizes their status in Kansas as an operator. It's just astounding to me, to be quite frank. Having said that, I'll ask again, Commissioner Duffy, do you have any further discussion that you would care to entertain?
I would just say we are dealing with a number of these this week and in the past week. And again, sometimes it starts out pretty straightforward and simple, but ignoring the commission's fairly regular requirements and very straightforward requirements to operate here in this state can ultimately lead to this. And that falls upon the operator. Absolutely falls upon the operator.
Very good. Appreciate your comments. I didn't mean to gloss over it too quickly. Again, I would commend Ken Jellick, the ECRS in this particular case, for being as conscientious as he was, especially in some of the remote parts of southwest Kansas. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I would call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The order is approved. The final matter on our notice item agenda this morning is docket number 22-CONS-3204-CPEN. This is in the matter of the failure of OneSource Financial Services, Inc. as operator to comply with KAR 82-3-120 and KAR 82-3-133 by operating under a suspended license. Once again, we have before us a shut-in order involving this operator, and our presenter again is litigation counsel Tristan Kimball. Tristan, please.
Thank you. Before you is a penalty order for OneSource Financial Services Incorporated, which continued to perform oil and gas activities after being suspended for noncompliance with the Commission's order in docket 22-CONS-3123-CPEN. This operator was previously subject to an emergency shut-in order issued by the Commission in docket 22-CONS-3190-CPEN for operating a well that was leaking natural gas into the atmosphere. During the inspections that led to the order before you, Compliance Officer Richard Williams found and shut in 2 wells that were leaking natural gas into the atmosphere. The current order assesses a $20,000 penalty and directs Commission staff to seal all oil and gas operations of the operator. With that, I would recommend approval of the order, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Duffy, any questions or comments?
Thanks to the conscientious work by our staff, detecting that natural gas was leaking from not 1, but 2 wells, we took the appropriate action to protect the safety and health of folks in the environment. So with that, Commissioner Keen, I move approval of the order.
Very good. I would second that, and I would add a comment of my own. First of all, I would subscribe to all of the observations of Commissioner Duffy. This particular issue arises from District 4, and it's from Cheyenne County. The ECRS in this particular instance is Richard Williams. I just really can't commend Richard enough for the thoroughness of his inspection report, and obviously his follow-on and the level of detail into which he delved in presenting this matter before the Commission. Again, we have an operator here. Wow, it's an out-of-state operator. This operator is based in McAllen, Texas, and I'm really concerned here about what is the seeming level of indifference by, in this particular case, a couple of out-of-state operators toward the compliance requirements of the state. I do believe in this particular instance that the $20,000 penalty under the circumstances is appropriate, and I just join with Commissioner Duffy in commending the staff for the thoroughness of their investigation on this matter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I would call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The order is approved. I believe this concludes the agenda that I had before me for this morning. Commissioner Duffy, is there anything further that you would care to bring before this meeting of the commission?
I have nothing, and with that, I move to adjourn.
That, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. My thanks, our thanks to all of you. Take care.
Take care. Be well.